Hello, everybody. It is March 28th, 2019. And the good news is the goddamn special counsel Mueller probe is over. 2 years wasted that we will never get back. And they didn't find shit. The leftist jerk-offs on the news keep talking about, oh, but he prosecuted some people. Didn't have shit to do with anything Donald Trump was related with as far as the Russians. We knew it was bullshit 2 years ago. We know it's bullshit today. And I'm glad that they're talking about investigating Mueller and the people who did this investigation, because it seems like there's some glaring crimes committed by Democrats that got Trump into this position, namely the Steele dossier and the FISA warrants, 4 of them with unsubstantiated dossiers. It's just ridiculous how not one friggin' leftist Democrat got prosecuted. In fact, I believe one of the Podestas got some kind of immunity out of the deal, if I'm not mistaken. But what makes me laugh the most is you got that Jussie Smollett guy that gets off in Chicago when there is a mountain of evidence taller than his piece of shit ass that says that he portrayed these fake crimes. They even have the magazine that he cut out the death threat that was mailed to him, supposedly. And he hired 2 guys, I don't think they were Somalians, or I forget what they were. Somalians, not Somalians. They were Somalians or something like that, whatever they were. I don't remember what they were. But $3,500 check. You don't pay your criminal activities with checks. And they have him on video going to the store and buying the things that he said that were the bleach that was thrown on him, the noose that was put around his neck. They actually have these 2 guys at the store buying this stuff. So now we got this guy getting over on a mountain of evidence, and Donald Trump, after 2 years, don't have anything to do with Russians to help him with his campaign. Which, I'll tell you what, if it were to be true, the Democrats should be fucking ashamed of themselves. Because a Russian asset is making this country on fire with production and prosperity. We got jobs that can't be filled. Our unemployment is almost at capacity. We're doing great things in this country. We got taxes lowered. We're going to work and Trump's trying to do spending cuts, but he's going to get a lot of fight on that because these fucking Democrats and established Republicans, they don't want to cut nothing. They just want to drive us into the fucking ground and bankrupt us. But it's funny how these fucking idiot leftists, especially that fucking asshole Adam Schiff, that piece of Schiff, fucking jerk off, and the rest of these leftist Democrats, how they can sit there with a straight face and still pretend Donald Trump is guilty of something. You know, they say he's the most corrupt president. What corruption? If he's so fucking corrupt, impeach him. But you got nothing. All you do is lie, lie, and lie. That's why CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, NBC, all these fucking guys can suck my motherfucking dick. I don't pay shit attention to them. In fact, the only way I hear anything about them is when I listen to real news on the fucking internet or on Sirius Satellite. That's the only time I hear about them, is when they play these fucking stupid clips of these assholes, and we end up laughing at them because they're so fucking stupid and pathetic. But they really are aggravating how they can get the dumbest of the dumb to fucking follow them like lemmings right off the fucking cliff. Unbelievable. But that's the bottom line right there. And also, why is it that everything that the fucking leftist Democrats want to do ends up with unconstitutional socialism? Why does everything have to go to take your money, take your wealth, take your property, take your liberty, give it all to government, and let us rule over you? Any solution the government has to do with stealing your wealth and liberty. I'll tell you what, when you guys come up with fucking solutions that don't steal my wealth and liberty, maybe I'll listen. And then again, fuck you, because I wouldn't trust you at this point. You're so full of shit. And we have to repeal the fucking law Obama signed that let it be legal for these news fucking agencies to portray propaganda on the American people. They can sit there with a straight face and lie their balls off and say they're fucking news reporters because Obama fucking made a law saying you're allowed to bullshit us. It used to be against the law you were allowed to do this shit. You weren't allowed to portray propaganda on the public. It's disgusting. Obama's 8 years really fucked up the psyche of this country and the way our Constitution's supposed to work. He fucked a lot of shit up. And what makes me laugh is when he said, I have a pen and a phone and I will act if Congress don't. Everybody, ooh, all the leftists were like, ooh, yes he is. He's the president. He could do what he wants. Donald Trump's the president now and he's got a pen and a phone. And they fucking blubber like little cunt rag babies. They can't do nothing. Even the things that are mandated by the Constitution, we say he can't do. Yeah, go fuck yourself. He's going to have that wall built by 2020. He's going to fly in. I'll tell you what, I don't think there's an amount of corruption that you're going to be able to do to fucking stop Trump from getting reelected. And I hope they stop it all. I hope we have voter registration, voter ID, and everything else. In any city that fucking lets illegals vote should not be counted. Illegals do not have any right to vote. In fact, in a federal election, the U.S. citizen doesn't even have a right to vote. It's the Electoral College. And any asshole that thinks you're going to get rid of that Electoral College, guess again. Because there's a lot of fucking states I don't think they're going to give up their power and their say in the presidential election. Because if you look at the landmass of the United States, 80% of it is fucking red. Only the shitholes like the East Coast and the West Coast and maybe Chicago are the only parts that are really fucking blue. And they're filled with fucking dumbasses. So, unless you want the retards fucking running your country, I wouldn't worry about the Electoral College going anywhere. And they're going to find that trying to get your delegates to go with the popular vote and usurp the people of the state that you're doing that in is going to be found unconstitutional also. So, I don't think there's really going to be much the leftists can do except their normal stuff ballot boxes and get people to go from place to place and vote as dead people. That's the only way they can win, and I don't think there's enough fucking people to run around, and I don't think there's enough dead people for them to get the vote for whoever left this piece of shit you put out there. We got Joe Biden. You know what? He was talking about the rule of thumb. In the 1300s, yes, I remember it being a law. You cannot beat your wife with a rod thicker than your thumb. But let's revise that rule of thumb for the 21st century. If you don't have a fucking brain that's bigger than the size of your thumb, maybe you ought not be running in politics. I think that would be a better rule of thumb. Fucking mental midgets telling us how it's going to be if they get elected. Fuck you. Alright, everybody, remember, Trump, not guilty of shit. Don't listen to these fucking jerk-offs. Adam Schiff, step down before we yank you down. You fucking piece of shit jerk-off. And the rest of you leftist assholes, try telling the truth for once. Donald Trump did nothing wrong, so stop acting like he's a fucking criminal. Jerk-offs. Have a good night, everybody. Patriots be well. Leftists, go fuck yourselves. Good night.